In 1983, a stray cat named Blackberry gave birth to kittens with unusually short legs, setting off a genetic mystery that would divide cat lovers and veterinarians around the world. Some say these cats are adorable marvels of nature, others warn of unseen health risks. What did scientists uncover when they finally cracked the Munchkin cat's DNA? And why does their discovery still spark heated debate? The real story behind these tiny-legged felines begins here. Sandra Hoschenadel, a music teacher in Rayville, Louisiana, found herself in the middle of an unexpected discovery during the spring of 1983. After a neighbor's dog chased two pregnant stray cats under her truck, Sandra offered them shelter. One of these cats, a small black female she named Blackberry, soon gave birth to a litter that would change the course of cat breeding forever. Among Blackberry's kittens, half stood out immediately. Their legs were strikingly short, yet they scampered and played with the same energy as their siblings. These were not sickly or fragile kittens, just different, with a low-slung stance and a curious, lively spirit. Sandra was fascinated. She kept Blackberry and watched as the short-legged kittens grew healthy and full of personality. The trait did not come from selective breeding or a laboratory. It appeared spontaneously, a natural genetic twist. When one of Blackberry's short-legged sons, Toulouse, went to live with Sandra's friend Kayla France in Monroe, the foundation for the Munchkin breed was quietly set. Every Munchkin cat today traces its roots to this moment in rural Louisiana, where a stray's unusual litter became the start of a new feline lineage. This was not the first time short-legged cats had been spotted. Reports from as early as the 1940s described similar cats. But Blackberry's family became the first to leave a lasting mark. The story of the Munchkin begins not with a grand plan, but with a chance encounter, a compassionate rescuer, and a litter of kittens that simply refused to fit the mold. The secret behind the Munchkin cat's short legs lies in its genes. This trait follows an autosomal dominant pattern, which means a single copy of the gene is enough to produce the signature short-legged look. And if a Munchkin is bred with an ordinary domestic cat, about half of the kittens are expected to have short legs, while the rest will look like any other cat. The difference comes down to a specific change in the UGDH gene, a complex deletion insertion variant called Delins on feline chromosome B1. This genetic variant disrupts the normal development of cartilage, causing the long bones in the legs to stay short, but leaving the rest of the body unaffected. Commercial DNA tests can now detect this UGDH mutation with high accuracy, confirming whether a cat carries the gene. But there is a catch. When two Munchkins are bred together, kittens that inherit two copies of the mutated gene, one from each parent, do not survive. These homozygous embryos are lost early in development, which is why responsible breeders avoid pairing two short-legged cats. The result is a careful balancing act. Breeders must ensure genetic diversity and avoid doubling up on the gene, both for the health of the kittens and the future of the breed. The odds and risks behind every Munchkin litter are shaped by this single dominant mutation, a twist in the DNA that makes each Munchkin both a genetic rarity and a lesson in the power of inheritance. Veterinarians studying Munchkin cats rely on a mix of clinical exams, imaging, and owner reports to piece together the breed's health profile. Orthopedic specialists point to a consistent finding: all standard Munchkins display limb malalignments, especially in the forelegs. These changes are visible on x-rays and can include bowing or twisting of the long bones. Yet the rest of the skeleton, spine, hips, and shoulders usually appears normal, and the cats often move with surprising agility. The most common concern is whether these limb differences increase the risk of osteopathy or joint pain as Munchkins age. Early studies, including a University of Missouri screening, found only a single mild case of osteoarthritis among several young and middle-aged Munchkins. Routine x-rays of older breeding cats in the 1990s showed no widespread joint degeneration. Still, most of these studies involve small groups, and there is no large-scale, long-term data tracking Munchkins from kittenhood to old age. Questions about spinal health linger. Unlike dwarf dog breeds, where disc disease is common, no published studies have confirmed a link between the Munchkin gene and spinal degeneration. Some orthopedic veterinarians recommend regular monitoring, annual checkups, weight control, and prompt attention to any changes in gait or activity. While many Munchkins live active lives into their teens, the evidence base is thin, and experts agree that more research is needed. Until then, responsible care and vigilant observation remain the best tools for supporting Munchkin health. A day in the life with a Munchkin cat is full of small surprises and adjustments. Owners often describe these cats as playful companions who follow them from room to room, eager to be part of the action. One longtime caretaker who adopted her first Munchkin from a rescue group recalls how her cat learned to fetch toys and to greet visitors at the door, traits she usually associated with dogs. Munchkins are known for their curiosity and affection, often forming tight bonds with both people and other pets. Their short legs do not keep them from exploring, but they do shape the way these cats interact with their environment, as some owners place ramps or low steps beside beds and favorite chairs, making it easier for their cats to reach cozy spots. Litter boxes with low sides help with easy entry, and food bowls are sometimes raised just a few inches off the ground. These small changes can make a big difference, especially as the cat ages. Regular playtime is essential, but many Munchkins invent their own games, darting under furniture or chasing feather wands with surprising speed. Living with a Munchkin means noticing the little things, how they adapt, improvise, and invite you into their world one short leg dash at a time. Official recognition for the Munchkin cat has never been simple. In 2003, the International Cat Association, TICA, granted the breed full championship status after nearly a decade of heated debate. That decision set off a wave of controversy among cat fanciers and veterinarians alike. The Cat Fanciers Association, the largest U.S. registry, still refuses to recognize Munchkins, citing concerns about animal welfare and the ethics of breeding for such a visible genetic mutation. In the United Kingdom, the breed is not accepted by the Governing Council of the Cat Fancy, and several animal welfare groups list short-legged cats as an unethical breed trait. Now, breeders who work with Munchkins are acutely aware of these criticisms. One longtime breeder who has raised Munchkins since the early 1990s insists that careful pairing is the only responsible path. She rejects the idea of breeding two short-legged cats together, explaining that such pairings lead to non-viable embryos and smaller, riskier litters. Instead, she pairs a Munchkin with a standard-legged domestic cat, aiming for healthy, active kittens with the signature look. Her cattery submits to genetic testing and maintains detailed health records, hoping to prove that responsible breeding can produce cats who live full, comfortable lives. But the debate is not just about genetics or registry status. Critics argue that intentionally selecting for a trait linked to skeletal deformity, even if many cats appear healthy, crosses a moral line. Supporters counter that the mutation occurs naturally and that with proper care and ethical breeding, Munchkins can thrive. The question of whether cuteness and novelty justify the risks continues to divide the cat world, setting the stage for a myth-busting look at what science and experience actually reveal. Myths about Munchkin cats are everywhere, but the facts tell a different story. The first claim is that Munchkins can't jump or play like other cats, and in reality, veterinarians and long-term owners agree. Most Munchkins run, climb, and leap with surprising agility. They may not reach the highest shelves, but they chase toys, dart under furniture, and invent their own ways to explore. Their short legs change their style, not their spirit. Another common belief is that Munchkins are doomed to a life of pain or constant health problems. Clinical studies and rescue data show a different picture. While limb deformities are present, there is no evidence that every Munchkin develops arthritis or suffers from chronic pain. Some cats may be at higher risk as they age, but many live into their teens with regular checkups and weight management. Experts stress that individual health varies, and responsible breeding and attentive care make a difference. Finally, there is confusion about registry status. The International Cat Association recognizes Munchkins and awards championship titles, but other major registries like the Cat Fanciers Association and several European organizations refuse recognition. This is not a universal ban. It is a debate that splits the cat world. The truth is clear. Myths about Munchkins often miss the nuance, and the reality sits somewhere between controversy and companionship. Today, Munchkin cats spark both delight and debate. As demand for designer breeds rises, questions about animal welfare and responsible breeding grow louder. The choice to embrace novelty comes with responsibility. In the end, what we value in our pets reflects what we value in ourselves. Share your thoughts below.